I have been meditating for many years and received some very interesting messages and insights that are worth sharing. I use meditation for several reasons, including seeking specific answers to questions I have, to just allow what I need to see to come through, asking what it is that I need to know, or just using the space to relax and reset. I went into meditation today and asked what it was I needed to see, and I received something worth sharing. To be honest, I was so tired today, from many long days at work, that it was a struggle not to fall asleep right away, but I managed to stay awake long enough for a message to come through. For me, messages during meditation come through like I am watching a movie. In this case, that was exactly what happened today. I was also able to see this vision. Mostly it was through my own eyes and senses, but I also was able to see it from a third-person perspective. I found myself stationary on a surface that had moving surfaces on my left and right. The surface on my right was moving very quickly from in front of me towards the backside of me. The surface on the right was moving quickly from behind me and moving away from me. The surface I was on was more solid than the other layers and very peaceful, while the other layers were almost electric, wavy surfaces that seemed to contain a lot of information of sorts. I was then told that the moving surface on my right contained future events and information, while the moving surface on my left contained past events and information. I was further informed that these two layers were filled with all possibilities and opportunities, but were not necessarily written in stone. Within all the layers are all possibilities, for the Creator created our reality in all completeness. I was quite mesmerized that the past, present, and future were all happening at the same time, but the only notion of reality I had was experience in the stillness of the present or the now. Although everything happens simultaneously, our consciousness can only comprehend what is happening in the present moment. However, we can explore what is available in the past and the future by changing our perspective. I was then moved out to the third-person view in this vision and realized that I was originally on the edge of what looked like a very large silver disc, much like a CD or DVD would look like. The message was given that the reality that we think is all-encompassing only scratches the surface of the eternity of possibilities that are embedded within the fabric of the full reality of things. Each of the layers beneath the surface of the edge, where I found myself initially, was only a microcosm of all the information and experiences that we have had and have full access to if we learn to tune into this depository of knowledge. The depth of available experience, knowledge, and awareness is eternal and can be accessed simply by changing our perception and acceptance that there is an eternity and wealth of knowledge available to us. Seeing this disc from a third person also gave me a perspective of the vastness of the universe. Outside of this disc was an enormity of space that included other discs as far as I could see in every direction. What I was seeing seemed to resonate with me, that we might exist in an electric universe or some type of simulation. However, this vision could also be symbolic and not literal. Finding myself back in this middle space on the edge of this disc found me wondering if there was an end or beginning for the past and the future spaces. What I was told was that the past and the future simply repeat themselves in our lives and in the eternal number of lives that we experience. We might imagine this as karma by our definition, and in a way, it is much the same, but the difference is that we can escape the repeating of similar experiences if we can simply understand that we don't have to entertain ourselves with the past or the future, but simply learn to live in the individual moments that we have. Exploring the past and the future, however, can also benefit us and help us understand how to become a different person and move toward enlightenment instead of wallowing in the repetition of the same experience. For this place where I found myself may be best described using quantum physics, which speaks of our reality being based on our perception and participation in the experiment of life. There could be a lot of meanings for this meditation journey, but for me, it is a reminder that although the past and the future are there for the taking, I can only enjoy the individual moments. I can also take advantage of moving into my future or looking back at my past to learn and grow from. But neither the past nor the future can happen within the limitations of my five senses and the limits of the human mind. There is an eternal amount of information and experience to draw on, and I should not waste my current life only accepting what I can ascertain through my limited senses. Simply knowing that there is an eternity of knowledge available for me to tap into will allow me to seek even harder to tap into the database of this universe. How will you live your life knowing that there are endless possibilities to be had, while at the same time, knowing that you only have the individual moments of this life? Seems like quite the paradox, doesn't it?